Here's the list of things that I really would like for you to think about in terms of habits. And you can have personal habits that get in your way. If you speak too much, if you can't control your emotions, if you give up too easily, if you're distracted and not able to stay focused. So, number one, guiding vision. Keep your eye on the ball. Leaders have to know the direction that they're going. This is part of the leadership process. How do I help set the direction? If you don't know where you're going to end up in the wrong place. 2, find the energy and the passion for the benefit of the outcome. If you don't feel able to identify in the state of the future what you're going to get in the future, you will not resist. That child with the marshmallow, he has to, or she has to be able to think, how will I feel when I get the second marshmallow? And most people cannot do that because the impulse gets in the way of being able to hold on. Somebody who wants to be a medical doctor, and they won't go to chemistry class, they won't go to biology class. They hate it, but they have to learn to like to do what you hate. Oh my goodness. George, what did you just say? You have to learn to like what you have to do. If you start off with the mindset, I don't like dealing with conflict, I don't like my staff meetings, I don't like the you're going to have a problem because you're already at resistance inside. This is why I say to you, your mindset and the state of your energy becomes the most powerful form of what you can use to influence other people. And how many of you know a very good, authentic leader who is able to convince people to do just about anything? They will follow them because they are a secure base. But it has to do with their authenticity. Focus on the positive states, individual and a team. A whole team can be in a negative state. If a team turns sour or toxic, and often one member of a team will be behaving in such a way that affects the whole team, like a virus. Who has the most power on a team? The most positive or the most negative? Generally, the most negative. Unless that is identified as an underperforming behavior, and that fish has to be put on the table, I'm sorry, put that fish on the table, and that person has to find a way to rewire their brain to behave differently. And if they're not, as those criteria I read, or if they're not learnable, if they don't want to be trainable, and as you go through all the different ways of working, training is absolutely essential. And not just training in a technical skill, but training in how to get along with people, how to listen, etc. Use imagination, the power of your mind's eye. Once you cut the defensiveness, once you're able to engage in that, then you got real power to influence. Then write on down, managing stress. I'm sorry, but for your brain, you need a personal life. There is no such thing as work-life balance, but you have to find some form of hobbies or something outside work. Resolve conflicts, clean those fish, create bonds and build relationships. Find secure bases and be a secure base to others. Never be a hostage. Never be a hostage to anyone, anything, anywhere, anytime, or even to yourself. Focus on excellence through lifelong learning. How many perfectionists are here? Whew. Some of you are not being honest. Perfectionism is basically a negative state. Nothing is ever good enough. And if you're a boss, a parent, or a team member who is driven by perfectionism, you're going to have too much pain. You live in constant states of pain. Change it to excellence. I want to be excellent at what I do. I want to be excellent at what I do. Rebound after losses, pain, and frustration, and it is about the loss that is behind motivation. Play to win by living your dreams. Never, never be caught without a dream or a number of dreams, because you need to be able to really find inspiration in something in the future. Enjoy the ride. It will never, ever happen again. How many of you had that experience? Something is over and you say, oh, I didn't appreciate it as much as I wished I had. Your leadership experience now is one of the blessed gifts God has given you. Look at that as a gift. Don't spend the day talking about what you don't have. talk about also what you do have.